Hello? Hello? Hey. I can see that the light is on through the window, so I know you're awake, or you're wasting electricity. You want to just come over to the door and open it? Hi. Hello. Hi. I am at your door at 1 a.m. You knew that. I mean, you might not have known the exact time. I don't know if you checked a clock recently. Hello. Yes, I am here, standing in front of you. Please do not close the door. I would appreciate it. Hold on a second. I think. Okay. Right. Okay, so. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not ignoring you. I just needed to check my notes real quick. My science my mentor like gave me a guidebook. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so it's a guidebook on talking to people, because I'm not great at, that. Anyways, so hi. I am here late at night to sell you these vitamins. It's a whole bottle of them, which they're gummy vitamins, cherry flavored, vitamin B12, which is good for you. Please don't close the door. Please don't close the door. Please. I can give you a bottle for free if you just talk a little. Okay. No, the vitamins they're done. Okay? The vitamins, no more vitamins. None of those. We're not. Okay, let's see. So, okay, I have a book, okay? And, if you stick with me just a little bit longer, I can show you the contents of this book. and it's really good stuff, and you'll like it. Okay? So the book is, let me check my book. Okay. It is a spell book. A powerful, magical spell book. And I could teach you how to use it in order to perform incredible magic and spellcraft, like what I can do. Then the guide says, demonstrate magic here. My sire never. Because I can't. Okay, so it turns out we would need to study this spell book together. So I guess I can't teach you the spells that are in here, but the magic is real because my mentor, that's what it's called, a mentor, can like turn into mist and turn into animals and do all kinds of really cool stuff, and you and me could learn how to do it with this book if you just let me in to your house post haste. Okay, so it's a no on the book then. Okay, so no book, no vitamins. Let's see. What's the next one? Well, okay, I can't. Hey there. Good looking. You come here often? Yeah, you would, because it's your house. Oh, wow. You're, boy, I would really love to kiss you and do other stuff. You just gotta invite me into your house first, and then... Okay. You know what? I'm gonna bite my finger right now because I'm coming to a realization. And it's a very upsetting one. I think my sire is stupid. Oh, demonstrate magic here? Well, yeah, sure I would if you taught me any before you just left. Oh, yeah, sure. Do some weird vitamin MLM scheme. I know what it is. It's literally just mesmerizing people. Could just say, "Oh, let me in your house." I can't do that. And mean, I can't flirt with people. Not just like out of nowhere like that, you know? Okay, so, okay, look at my teeth, okay? And I just go like this, and then lean in really close to you. You can see my teeth. Are you looking at them? So, they're real, and I can grab a tooth and hold on it, and it stays there, because it's attached to my mouth. They're real teeth. They're not fake. See? I'm holding on a different one now. I'm holding on it, and it's staying there. Okay? So, those are my real teeth. Real teeth. Those are my real teeth. I am a vampire. And please don't close the door. I'm going to be super duper, ultra, 100% honest with you. Okay? I am a vampire, and it kind of sucks. And I just don't get to have friends anymore, really. That really kind of blows. You know, that's pretty lame, I gotta say. So, you know, I thought I'd come by here and because I actually live just a few doors down from you, and all the other neighbors are either asleep or they yelled at me. You're the only one that opened the door. Because I've just, I kind of want to have like a friend, you know? And I don't really get to have those anymore because I'm only awake at night and I'll burn to death if I go out during the day. And all of my old friends, they usually hang out during the day. Plus, they're all like 60 something now because, you know, it's been a couple decades. And so, you know, they're like 60s or older. And they're still great, you know. Every now and then I visit them late at night. But like, I still look like this and you know, my interests have changed. We don't really get each other anymore, you know? And so I was thinking like, wow, maybe new friend, new pal, new buddy until the end. But I mean, it's hard to make friends as an adult. It's just hard to do. You don't get to just go up to, you know, some stranger at the playground and be like, hey, do you want to be my friend? You don't get to do that anymore. We don't have a playground. There's no adult playground. I mean, what the heck? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to make friends? Do I just walk up to random people in the street and say, hey, be my friend? No, I'm not going to do that. I guess what I'm doing right now is actually kind of worse. But it's like, you're my neighbor, you know, we live close by and you've probably, I mean, if you go out at night, you've probably seen me around. And so I want to be let into your house so I can talk. No, I don't want to eat you. I know I'm a vampire, but like, I'm not really in the mood. I'm not hungry right now. So the thing is, I'm like bad at flirting and I'm bad at a lot of things with regards to people. But one thing I am good at is finding online communities. And I found this great online community of people who are like into some, you know, some different stuff. And so I reached out to them and I found out where they host certain events and I show up there and I find someone who's like into it and I just drink from them and then it's fine. And so like, I'm not hungry and I'm not like, a threat to you. But I mean, all those times it's like there's a bunch of people around and it's just a transactional thing where I'm drinking their blood and they're, getting something out of it, and then we part ways, and then there's nothing. And I just want to talk to people about, other stuff. Like I don't know, games that we've been playing lately or something. Like I've actually been I've been really into the Earth Defense Force games lately, which like kind of niche but pretty fun. They're this is gonna take a while. Can I please come in? No, I'm not gonna. Do you want me to bite you? Is that? You do. Okay, well, maybe I can like get you an invite to one of those events and then I'll drink you there or whatever, but like, can we be friends first? Really just, I want to be friends. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, so, all right. Oh, wow, this is a nice house. This is a nice place. That's cool. Thank you for, letting me in. So anyways, Earth Defense Force, right? It's this series of like arcadey video games, where you're a member of the Earth Defense Force, which is like, this military-ish global force that is tasked with defending humanity against alien invaders. And it basically always ends with you killing like God, sort of, but like God's an alien, but it's not always like God. Sometimes it's like weird, but it always gets like super extra with it by the end. And each game is like its own self-contained story, and they're all pretty cool. And so like my first one was like Earth Defense Force 4.1, Shadow of New Despair, which is technically like an expanded version of Earth Defense Force 2025, which funny because the current year. But like anyways, so Earth Defense Force 4.1 is a game where there are these aliens. They're called like the Ravagers, I think, in that one. So the games are kind of their own self-contained stories most of the time. Like there's one sort of exception, but they're generally like their own thing. But there's these aliens called the Ravagers, and I'm pretty sure they were from a previous game because sometimes they do carry over, but not often. But humanity successfully got rid of the Ravagers, but then the Ravagers came back after a bunch of years later, and there's giant insects everywhere, and there are like 4 different classes you can play. There's the Ranger, who's like the standard soldier type. There's the Aerator, who can call in airstrikes and vehicles and stuff. There's the Fencer, which is big power armor and stuff. And there's the Wing Diver, which is the girl TM of the game, and you have a jetpack. I always play Wing Diver, but well, sometimes I play Aerator just because giant robots are cool and you can summon giant robots, and I like summoning giant robots. But anyways, like so 4.1, the Ravagers are back, and spoilers for the ending, but like they come up with this really like super convoluted plot for destroying Earth with these special ships called the Earth Eaters, which are literally just hexagons. They're just hexagons. They're hexagons that link together. They're trying to make a dome around the entire Earth to plunge us into like an eternal night or whatever. And that's how they're planning on killing us. It's something. And then you have like Earth Defense Force 5. And 5 is probably my favorite that I've played. I've also, I've played 6, which was pretty good. And then like I've also played Iron Rain and Insect Armageddon. But five is a pretty good one, and it's the primers, which are basically the same aliens as before, but now they have frog guys. They have literal frog guys now, and I love the frog guys. I literally love the frog guys. But by the end of the game, like again, like, I'm spoiling all of them right now, but you don't play Earth Defense Force for the plot. You play it for massive explosions and, like, just going kind of nutty with it. The character building is actually kind of fun. At least it is for, like, Wing Diver, because you're trying to, like, play with your energy management and figure out, like, you know, what weapon combos work best. And anyways, so in Earth Defense Force 5, like, it turns out that the primers existed on Earth way in the past and were worshipped by early humans as gods, but then they left, but now they're back. And there's one specific primer that is, like, God with a capital G. And at the end of the game, like, most of humanity is dead, and the Earth Defense Force has been, like, all but obliterated, but you are Storm 1. You're the strongest soldier in the Earth Defense Force, and you 1v1 God. And it's fucking awesome. But then, in Earth Defense Force 6, it continues after Earth Defense Force 5. You've already killed God. The primers are gone. It's just the ones that are left behind in a post-apocalypse. But wait. Dear God, what's that massive ship in the sky? What's going on? The primers are back, and now they're sending everyone back in time to do it over again? Yeah, that's right. Earth Defense Force 6 is a time loop. You play Earth Defense Force 6, and it gives you, like, this pop-up text on your screen that's like, the Earth Defense Force 6 begins now. And then you're, like, partway through the game, and it's like, the Earth Defense Force 7 begins now, because you've looped again. And you keep looping, like, 4 or 5-ish times, I think, by the end of the game. And sometimes you are more successful, sometimes you're less, because both sides are now, like, learning with each time loop until eventually humanity decides to blow up Mars, I think, because the primers are from a future Mars. And so the humans blow up current Mars in order to make it uninhabitable so that no life can evolve there. So then the primers don't exist, and so then they can't come back and invade. But because the primers never come back to invade, we never bomb Mars, and so then a paradox forms, and then, like, time itself becomes a conscious entity and decides, like, hey, guys, stop time traveling. Stop it. Stop. I don't like it when you do that. And so, like, time itself selects a champion from each species, humanity and the primers. And of course, you are the chosen human champion, Storm 1, the one who defeated God before. And of course, the chosen of the primers is God, except this time he's, like, 50 times bigger. Listen, you gotta play Earth Defense Force. You gotta do it. It's so camp, and it's so fun, and you blow things up so good. You get to pilot a giant robot and punch kaiju. You get a jetpack and plasma cannons. You get to carry around a howitzer on your shoulder if you want. Good games. That's all I'm trying to say. And I've been holding this in for a while, right? Because, like, I've been playing it for a while now, but I've also been a vampire for a while now, and I don't see my sire anymore, and I don't have any vampire friends, and so I've just been locked in my house playing these games, and no one to talk about it with. And nobody goes to a weird kink event to talk about that, so I go there, and they're like, bite me. I'm like, I will, but can I talk about video game? No one's interested. So, do you wanna play Earth Defense Force sometime? Do you wanna play that with me sometime? That would be pretty cool, I think. I would really like to play that with you. Cool, thanks. It's nice to have a new friend.